If you click this video, you know what you're here for, so let's cut all the crap and dive straight into it. Prayer flicking lets you conserve prayer points by only having your prayer on when absolutely necessary. If you want to know how this works, very quickly, it's because RuneScape works on a tick system. The game registers interactions every 0.6 seconds. If you can turn your prayer off and on again in between these ticks, you'll have your prayer registered as being active when a monster attacks you. However, if you do this right, you won't lose any prayer points. This is because the game only registers prayer drain at the end of every tick. The first method we're going to talk about can be a bit intense, but don't worry, stick around and I'll show you a way more friendly method to maintain those prayers. If you need a helping hand judging the tick timing, use RuneLite's built-in prayer plugin, enable it and set the flick location to the prayer orb. You'll be using the prayer orb to both visualize ticks and turn your prayers off and on again. What I do is set whichever prayers I want as the quick prayers and double click the prayer orb every time the blue line passes through the prayer icon. If you need to use multiple different prayers at different times, you have to apply the same concept but in the prayer book interface. Let's give this a quick demo. In this example, I've set up my quick prayers to protect from melee and to use piety. This means I'll get an offensive boost and have my protection prayer up constantly. Click the prayer orb once initially, this turns both prayers on. Then, every time the line passes through the center of the prayer icon, double click, 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 double click. Look, all of the prayers stay up above my head, and the prayer points aren't going anywhere. This technique is called the one tick flick. But, Tenboot, you say, my crippling carpal tunnel from decades of clicking trees and goblins has rendered me incapable of such frantic clicking. Or maybe you're just not that serious about optimizing your PVM encounters and just want something a bit more chill to help you conserve prayer points. Don't worry, I've got you covered. The other option is lazy flicking. I find this one way more practical, especially for bosses with multiple attack styles. It's super simple. All you need to do is turn your prayer on right before the boss's damage is calculated. For most bosses, this is right at the start of an animation. Look at Tuztok Jad for an example. However, for some modern bosses like Scurious, damage can be calculated as the damage actually hits you. I'll show you both examples to make this crystal clear. Here's Jad. We identify the animation, prayer on, prayer off. 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 Repeat this indefinitely. Here's Scurious. Green orb, that's ranged, range prayer on, range prayer off. Blue orb, that's magic. Magic prayer on, magic prayer off. Rinse and repeat. Both of these bosses are tougher than a lot of monsters because they've got multiple attack styles. It's obviously way easier if you're just tackling a boss that uses one style, like exclusively melee, for example. Hopefully that's helped you out. When it comes to learning this, I first practiced on long Slayer tasks, and I do recommend you do the same. Pick something where risk of big damage is minimal, like gargoyles, kurasks, or other low-level trash mobs. Don't stress if you don't flick perfectly, you'll still massively slow your prayer drain and reduce the damage you take. Anyway, like this video if you found it useful and let me know any extra tips in the comments below. And please subscribe if you want more tips like this, full boss guides and other game info. If you're looking at getting into bossing and want a community to help you out, check out my Discord. And if you want to watch me progress my account gradually towards completing all of the combat achievements, you can catch me live on Twitch. Both of these links can be found in my description. Big shout out to my channel members, Chizomni, Omega0240, Matt J and Bad Trip World. You're all absolute legends. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you next time.